It's another day of learning and growing and becoming that seven-figure day trader that I am. And God is so good because He's revealing a lot to me about faith, surrender, going for it, sticking with the plan. I mean, there's so much, so much. I still haven't figured it all out, but I know that I am much closer. Today, the lesson learned, I feel like, was preparing for all eventualities, prepare for the various scenarios so that when it presents itself, you can confidently take it without being afraid. And let me show you what I mean. Okay, so today was an interesting day. It was confusing, let me say the least. It wasn't as straightforward. Actually, when I think about it, it was. It's just that I wasn't prepared for it. Yesterday was extremely bullish trade. It kept going and going and going without really any significant pullbacks. A lot of bullish FVGs were left on the table, and price finally came to this zone, to this swing high, this resistance zone on the 1 hour that I marked out. Now, as you can see here, I have it here clearly. I said 4 hour, very bullish, lots of fair 4 hour big FVGs. At the previous day high location, resistance zone, I knew that we were having resistance here. Okay. I was aware of that going into the trade today, going into the trades. I wrote here, will not go counter trend trade. Ah, and uh, and I did. I'll tell you how I got there. Now, 1 hour, I also say is very bullish, lots of 1 hour bullish FEGs at resistance zone, etc. So wait for a good pullback on 5 minute or even 15 minutes before going into a bullish trade. My intention for today was a bullish trade. I didn't even think about a counter trend trade because the 1 hour and the 4 hour showed very bullish movement. Now, that wasn't bad. I actually think that was good, but I needed to be aware, or as you can see here, this was my conditions for a bullish trade. I was thinking price would at least come out of this retest, go up. Okay. I was thinking price may go all the way down here and go up. The timeline for when I was thinking this is going to happen within the first 30 minutes and we'll get a trade. What did price do instead? Price broke out of this wiki. It came out as a wick. It never closed. This was liquidity. Okay. This swing high was liquidity before going down. This counter trend was a very good counter trend trade. However, I just wasn't prepared for it. And as I had written here before going in, I wasn't going to take a counter trend trade because of just the higher time frame bias. Now, I'm realizing a couple of things. That was probably, unless I wanted this to be a no trade day, then I couldn't trade, because essentially this was all a counter trend trade. Um, Price showed here it was resisting here, liquidity sweep. Price closed below these two AMAs on the 5 minute and 15 minutes. And I could have taken that trade. Would it have been a very bumper ride? Yes, it was. As you can see here, there was just so much chop, but price was resisting this area. And because price hadn't at all touched the bullish area, the bullish FVGs, we were due for a deep bearish trade. And I think I should have accounted for that because we had gone so bullish the next day. A down trend was needed. I needed to create that space. I'm someone who likes to trade every day. Having a no trade day, I'm not there yet. um, because a counter trend trade was a legit trade today if I had prepared for it. And let me tell you what happened. So I got into a buy trade on the lower time frame. Price had pushed back off the previous day high, had retested the previous day high, and went up. And price did go up, but I was expecting price to have enough power to push up to it. So I kept losing my trade when price hit here. I tried one time, I tried two times. I reached my max loss limit for the day. Yes, guys. And by this time, I was just really sad because I had a red day yesterday and a red day And by this time, I was just like, I'm not gonna have another red day. I don't want it. So I took off my 500 loss max loss limit on my trade of 8. Yes, I did, and I went in for this sale. I went in at 6 contracts. That's definitely over leveraging, and I think I was just kind of ready to risk it all. I said, I'm done with this. If this sale goes against me, then we're done. We're cooked. Now, price did exactly what it did. It went up, it resisted. I took it. This is the trade. So let me show you guys. Can you guys see it? Uh, there we go. So I took this trade. It was about a 1-to-1. I made the $500 that I had lost, and I cut myself off around $900 ish, around that. So it wasn't quite a 1-to-2. It was, a 1 to 1.5 kind of trade. This was a two. No, I cut out earlier. Price decided to go all the way down, as you can see here. It actually went much further down. This is on replay. I would have, if I had held, I would have definitely made my $1,500, which was a goal of mine because I'm trying to pass this eval. So I need $1,500 one day and $1,500 another day for a $3,000 day. I tell you, this is such a learning thing. If I had prepared for a sale, I think I would have held. I would have been more patient. I would have been more aware of the bumps. Instead, I was like, no counter trend trade. And I took sniper entries. Just almost, it didn't make sense. They made sense. It's just that price had gone up so high. Even prior to this, the candles were consolidating. You see this 4 hours. The candles were consolidating so much. Red candle, green candle. It made sense for it to be another red candle because of the fact that we were resisting. Look at that. We were resisting. It was a liquidity sweep and we went down. So I think my lesson learned here is that, yes, if I were really following my rules, this would be a no trade day because price never got out of this and closed. Price never got out and closed, retested this and went up. No, it didn't do that. Price never got down to the area that I thought price would go. Price never went to the next zone for me to potentially consider a buy. The EMAs on the 15 minutes and the lower time frame were showing this because I technically would have taken a buy if price came above the EMAs and I saw a break of structure. Just a lot had to happen, right, for me to just say I'm going to take the buy. So when I took this sell, I was extremely uncomfortable. I was just like, I've already taken 2 trades and lost. I was technically just, I shouldn't be in this third trade per rolls, 2 losses, max, just too many things. And so I got out and I said, I'm grateful. I'm in for a green day, but a lot of trauma behind that. I know I'm going in circles here. You can kind of sense the emotional distress around the trades today. So some rules for me for next time. Okay. When we've had a very bullish day or a very bearish day, we know price has to retest those FVGs because price has to fill the imbalances, right? It's created a lot of imbalance. We need to rebalance. So we need to prepare for those scenarios. Unless we're having no trade days, my personality, I like to trade. I like to trade. I like to be in a trade. So I need to prepare for that. I need to trade my personality. So I should have prepared for a sell trade. And what happened was that price literally went below that. It had a very strong bullish candle. It had closed this 15-minute or 5-minute FVG. We would have entered that sell, and if it came back, it came back, no probs. But we took a chance, and price actually kept going down the whole day. I could have taken out some contracts and let a runner go, and we would have made some serious moolah for the day. So that's my lesson learned. We are figuring it out, but I am a seven-figure day trader. That is who I am. We are going to pass this eval. It's not going to be tomorrow, but we're going to stay consistent with the plan. Next week is another week. We're going to pass it. We're going to get that payout, and we're going to keep building our system of, I'm just speaking into existence because that's who we are. Okay. Woo, let's go.